suction control valve has already been replaced. And the EGR valve, DC motor malfunction, I think that's already been replaced with a second-hand one. This has got a setup here. I'm at the EGR, the 3 wires going to the EGR motor. They're for the position sensor, and this one is just going to a multimeter over here so that I know the position. The other 2 are going to a bulb. They're the motor. It's a noid light. So I might have to clear the fault code. The idea of this was there isn't going to be a change here. It's like it needed to know that it was still connected. So we'll turn it on. Get a 0.9 of a volt. We'll turn it off and that bulb's lighting brightly, off and on. And I think it's trying to do a self-test so that it knows it's working. It's trying to clean itself and stuff. Eventually that stops. Obviously the position's going to stay the same, so the motor's not connected, it's just lighting a bulb instead. Well, that was the point, to check the continuity all the way back to the ECU. Because there was no power coming through those 2 wires that go to the motor here, so just using the same color, I managed to follow it all the way back to the ECU, right back here. Remove a tamper-proof screw. And I got this cage up here. Anyway, one of those, or 2 of those wires, I was able to check it for continuity, and they were fine. Same colours, purple and a yellow and black. And they're the same 2 wires, but they weren't putting out a voltage at all. Not even anything that I could see on the scope, so I cleared the fault codes, replaced the motor with a bulb. I had to keep that plugged in though for a position sensor because that wasn't lighting. I'll do the same check without the position sensor and see what happens, just to show you. Right, let's take these out of here. They're not in the motor, but to be safe I'm going to take them out of this end as well. Right, so we've got nothing. Oh shit, that night light fell. I'll find it. That's because I was trying to do it one-handed. Where did that go? Oh no, I've got an under tray and everything. Okay, I'll just get another. Now I'm looking at that light, found the light, put it back in, same test as before. With the ignition on, it just flashed really quick there. Switch it off and it doesn't do the flash like before. So you do need to have the position sensor connected, which is why, if I can find my torch, which is why I used all the jumper wires. It doesn't do the flashing of the noid light without it, just that very quick one when you put the ignition on. Realizes the position sensor's an open circuit and shuts it all down. So I wasn't getting any power through here, through these wires going to this. I wasn't getting any power going into the motor side of this. Once it realized it was an open plug and not connected, so I had to reconnect all the position sensor with 3 jumper wires that I got from a relay kit for checking relays for jumping them, and put a noid light in. So the fault that keeps coming back is the EGR and the performance of the EGR, so I think we're definitely going to have to go with that one. And now you can see the top one, it just looks like it's white, but it's the EGR performance. So I think that's how we're going to have to go by. EGR's stuck and it's gone into limp home mode.